Hi there, folks. Sean Brodrick here. We're here at the 2017 Metals Investor Forum and having another great conversation. This one with a gold explorer, West Red Lake Gold. And this is Tom Meredith, and he's the executive chairman of the company. And he's going to tell you why he thinks it's a good bet and why, and then I'll explain why I think it's fascinating too. Tom, could you please speak to the people here?
Sure, thanks, Sean. We think we're a good bet because we're in Red Lake. Red Lake's a well-known mining camp with high-grade gold. It's produced lots of gold. GoldCorp was founded in Red Lake, and we have 3 former mines in Red Lake on a 12-kilometer-long stretch of important geology there, and we're developing a resource there and doing more exploration. And we have a plan over the next 3 years to make great returns for our shareholders.
What is that plan? Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. We started managing the company about 3 years ago, and last year we put out an initial resource of just over 1 million ounces of 7.5 grams, and we're going to continue to expand that resource. We're also looking at a second mine site, one of the second of the 3 mine sites, and we're going to start working on that this year. It looks similar to the one that we put out the initial resource on. And finally, we have some great exploration potential on the property. We're also going to explore that as well.
Right. I was speaking to one of your colleagues last night. There's this big
structural intersection.
Yeah, the big structural intersection that he was saying just looks really fantastic. You guys just have to put some holes in that, right?
Yes, it's very intriguing because the thing about structural intersections, Red Lake, where GoldCorp is, they were mining there for 40, 50 years, and then they found a zone that was created by a structural intersection deeper down in that mine, and it took that company, which was originally called Dickinson Mines, and renamed GoldCorp, from a $50 million market cap to $8 billion on one zone. GoldCorp is a partner in one of the 3 mines we have on the property where the structural intersection is located. It's in between 2 of our mines, where 2 main geological structures cross, and they want us to explore that area. They're putting money in, and they're supporting our exploration. They'd like us to find something significant there.
Okay, so how much drilling are you going to do that on this summer, and when will we have the results?
So we're planning to drill an initial hole in the structural intersection starting in June. And we'll also do some exploration work on the other mine, the Mount Jamie mine, also in June. And we'll see how that drilling goes in terms of how we reallocate our drilling. If we make something interesting in terms of exploration at the structural intersection, we'd probably drill more holes there this summer. We would probably see results late August.
Okay, so what are the average grades you guys have found so far?
Well, our resource grade is 7.57 grams, just under 1.1 million ounces. There are zones within the deposit which are higher grade.
Right. Like I saw one that was 76 grams over 3 meters or something, right?
In the recent program that we did and we announced, our best hole was 72 grams, 72.6 grams over 3 meters. So 2 to 3 meters is the typical width of the narrow vein mines. If they're high grade, as long as they're 10 grams or better on average when you're mining them, they make successful mining material. So when you get high grade, even more high grade zones, and we do have some higher grade zones within the deposit, then they become quite attractive.
Excellent. How is the infrastructure in the area?
Well, of course, Red Lake itself has been, GoldCorp's been operating there, and predecessors companies have been operating there for something like 60, 70 years. So there's big mines in operation, all the services, the manpower, and everything's there. And you can drive. We're about 15 kilometers away from GoldCorp's property. You can drive right to our property.
Excellent. Could you speak to the share structure of the company and the cash and stuff like that?
Sure. There's 107 million shares outstanding. About 35% of it is held by our 2 biggest shareholders who have been long-term supporters. Management and their families hold maybe another 10%. We have another big shareholder who has 5%. So 50% of the shares are held by about 5 different groups, or 4 phone calls for me to reach them all.
So if you have to raise cash, that's really nice, right?
Yeah, but those people, the 2 institutions supply us with cash on a regular basis.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And speaking of cash, how cashed up is the company?
We're just a little under $1 million right now, and we typically spend about $450,000 on a program. So we can get a couple of programs done this year, and our big shareholders will fund us with more money as well.
Great. So are there any milestones people can look forward to seeing from your company, say, over the course of the next year?
Over the course of next year is mostly going to be exploration work. What we're driving towards is later on next year is to do an upgrade in the resource and show also that we've done significant development work on the property to get it towards a mining stage.
What time next year do you think a new resource will come out? Do you have a ballpark for that?
I don't want to give a ballpark quite yet. I'm going to say towards the end of next year.
Okay, good, good. Well, we should give people the stock symbols.
Yeah, the symbol is RLG in Canada and RLGMF in the US.
On the OTC.
Yeah.
You're the OTC QX, I believe, right?
QB.
QB.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. That's pretty much it for my questions. Is there anything else you want to add before we go?
Yeah, I would just say that how to look at our company. We're a 20 million market cap company now. Based on the resource we have now, the work we're going to do on it to upgrade it and expand it, we see a plan to try and sell the company to a miner in about 3 years. So that's how we plan to make money for shareholders. And if we get lucky with exploration, we'll do even better.
All right. Okay. So they have a plan, and they even have an exit plan, which is great. And they have some great intercepts, and they're just going to keep working that drill bit, and we'll see what comes up. So this is Sean Brodrick at the 2017 Metals Investor Forum. Another great company. Thanks for speaking to the people here. You folks stay tuned.